Welcome back. You're still watching Sports Tonight, reaching you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. We just finished talking to Sonny Young, and then we listened to Deontay Wilder. Deontay says, look, they know that I'm a bad puncher, that I will knock them out, so they are all avoiding me. But we will know when you get to meet your match. Just boxing. When you are standing, you can talk. When you fall, you understand what it means to fall, and all you want to do is just get up. We'll talk more boxing, but let's just encourage you to keep talking to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. I'm already seeing some messages. Let's just take a few of them before we introduce our next guest. Solomon Ibekwe on Twitter says, badminton is a sport that has the capability of fetching Nigeria glory, but is sadly overlooked. Said, please, emphasis should be given to it. And that's what the new board led by Francis Obi just left. That's what they're trying to do. They want to create awareness. But hey, Solomon, whenever you hear of a badminton event going on at a venue near you, just go out there, you know, and give it some support. Assess the sort of work that the administrators are doing. That way, you will get to talk about badminton some more. Femi Julius says, at the forecorner victory is simply Operation Spell Your Name. So now you think they can spell Morocco. Operation Spell Your Name. They are playing away, remember, but I love this confidence, saying Operation Spell Your Name. Coach Christopher Danjuma didn't say that, though, but he's confident that they can get the right result. So keep those comments coming. We want to hear from you live on the program on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook channels, sports. Let's talk about boxing now. The name Peter Obo. Peter Obo is one of the few Nigerian boxers that have gone to Europe and succeeded. He is a former Commonwealth light heavyweight champion, a former British light heavyweight champion, and he holds a WBA, that's the World Boxing Association Intercontinental Light Heavyweight title. He's no more boxing, but he believes that ex-boxers can come together and do one or two things to develop the sport in the country. As sports fans, let's welcome Peter Obo is with us in the studio. Good to have you, Peter, on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Fantastic. Good to see you again. I remember the last time we saw was at the National Stadium, and right there we were talking a lot about boxing and what we need to do. Let's look at boxing from that time till now. Have we made any progress?
Not really, I have to be frank. Not really.
Wow. Wow. A lot of work has to be done to revive boxing in this country. Where can we start from?
I think we have to start from the grassroots because it takes 4 years to make an amateur champion.
4 years?
4 years, yeah.
An amateur champion?
Minimum 4 years, yeah.
Not even a professional?
No.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
What does it take in making a champion? Because you're a champion. I want to know what you went through.
I think first is interest. That's number one. Yeah. And I think there's a saying that says money talks, bullshit walks. So in boxing, if you want the youth to be interested, they should know about their future. That surely they're going to get something from it. Without that, they will not bother.
Well, we come back to the development of boxing in Nigeria. Let's talk about you when you were a boxer. What's that belt? What is this?
This one is the WBA International title. This one is the Commonwealth.
Let's begin with that. How did you get that belt?
I got it from boxing in the ring. You know, I would say yes. I used one blow, 7 apples.
One blow?
Oh, yeah. That's my African punch to stop my opponent.
And then they said, keep the belt. Forgot what you did.
Yeah, you have to take it, yes. You punch too hard.
I know. I know. Peter, what sort of boxer are you?
I think very crafty and cunning. Because there's a saying that says every warrior can shoot an arrow. Somebody has to be cunning and crafty.
That's what you are?
Yeah.
When you say crafty, and when you're in that ring, how crafty?
What I do is you don't know what I'm going to do next. And there's a saying that says size matters. But to me, what matters is the punch.
That's right. What's the fight we're seeing?
I remember the boxer man called Andy Lambert. That was an heavyweight contest. So as a light heavyweight, I got a match with an heavyweight.
Wow.
So I knew all I have to do is to give him one blow, 7 apples. That's the Nigerian punch. Without that, there's no way I can win. And when I did, I got knocked out. Yeah.
How did you become the Commonwealth light heavyweight champion?
What happened is, while I was in England, at that time I was Commonwealth #1 contender.
Okay.
Then Nigeria had a political problem with Abacha and Sarawiwa. So when Sarawiwa was killed, then Nigeria was expelled from the Commonwealth.
Okay.
Then they said Nigeria is not allowed to box for the Commonwealth. So, lucky for me, I was awarded a British citizenship. That was how I boxed for the Commonwealth.
Just
said, come, they give me the British passport. By nature of the miracle, that was how I boxed for the Commonwealth. And I won the fight in 1 round against an African called Odikpo. I gave him the same punch, 1 blow, 7 apples.
let's try and see some of the things that are done in Europe. When you were in England, what are those things that they did that cooked you to become a champion?
Yeah, what I discovered is when you go to a foreign country to box, don't leave the match in the hands of the judges, because if you think you're going to win on points, you might get robbed. So I said, from now on, no more getting robbed. I have to use the African blow, yes.
One blow.
Yes, what I had to do, I had to increase my eating for my fufu more. That's where the punch came from. Wow. So once I connect, guaranteed there will be a knockout.
Did you ever try, moving up your division from a light heavyweight to a heavyweight?
At that time, I was boxing 3 weights: a light heavy, cruiser, and heavy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I knew if I don't win by knockout, there's no way I will win.
Is knockout the ultimate objective in boxing?
Not really. But if you want to guarantee your victory, it's good to win by knockout. Because if you allow the judges to judge, they might decide not to give you the fight. Especially when you are a foreigner in a foreign country. That's how it is in boxing here. There are lots of good Nigerians that traveled and end up not making it because of boxing politics.
What year did you move to England?
I traveled. I left. England was 1994.
Before then, how was boxing in Nigeria?
At that time, it was slightly better then, because I remember in Lagos State, you used to have Mayego Championship, Lagos State Championship here. Lots of amateur boxing then was going on in Nigeria then, Lagos especially. But later, when I came back, I discovered boxing has gone really almost dead. I think boxing has to be revived.
It has to be revived.
Yeah.
And for persons like you that have seen how it's done out there, you saw when it was good here, you went out, came back, everything had fallen apart. Where should we start in fixing it now?
I think the first is we have to promote boxing. That is number one. And if parents believe that their child can achieve something from boxing, they will allow them to box. Because when they don't have a future, nobody wants to box. I think boxing should be more promoted, because I am so happy for Joshua. Joshua is a good role model. Yeah.
You see, and that's the point. That's what we're trying to say here. A lot of Nigerians are following Joshua now.
Yeah.
They love him. They're talking about the praise singing is endless at the moment. But you can see Joshua is from a system that is working right there in the UK. So now that we're saying Joshua, what can we look? Let's look. If we look inwards, what can we see from Anthony Joshua that we can bring back to start winning for Nigerian boxing?
I think there are lots of Joshuas that their career has got ruined in Nigeria, because with champions are not just born; they are made as well. Because if you have potential to become a champion and you don't go through the process, there's no way you'll be a champion.
I know. And
the process has to do with you and your backup as well.
Is it possible for us? Someone is asking, Olawi Ademola is saying, can we have a boxing league?
Of course, yes. Very possible. Very possible.